Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
Beautiful people, my name is Jordan and welcome back to my channel. So I decided to torture myself again and react to some more submechanophobia and top 10 scariest animal animatronics, which some of them are underwater. So I don't know if I'm gonna title this scary animatronic reaction or underwater animatronic reaction, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is going to be a spooky one because I also hate animatronics. I have some weird ass phobias, and obviously you might have them too if you're watching this. If you don't know, you'll find out. I have a whole playlist of all these videos down below, and let's just stop fiddle farting around and get into it. Let's go. All right, so this is by Fast Pass Facts. Oh my god, that is a tongue twister. So we're going to be reacting to this, and I'm excited to stop watching this, and I haven't even started it yet. But yeah, cool. Let's get into it. Awesome. Fantastic. Also, go subscribe to Fast Pass Facts because they have videos like this, and they're awesome. I love their content, even though it makes me poop my pants.
When you think of horror movies involving animals, your mind goes directly to Jaws. But while doing research for this video, we discovered so many movies that involve very scary animal attacks.
No. I love Deep Blue Sea. That's one of my favorite movies.
Most of them have used animatronics.
But I never thought about the
come with us to check out
the part where it bites her vagina. Sorry. Why have I seen Deep Blue Sea like 700 times, and I never thought about the fact that that is an animatronic shark in that water, and when the one jumps up and bites the girl's vagina, that's also an animatronic, and it was down in that water. Dude, you couldn't pay me $1 million to be that girl who had to act in that part and have a fake shark come up and bite me in the JJ. No, absolutely not.
Animal animatronics in movies. Wait until the end to see which animatronic we consider to be the scariest.
Don't put him in the water.
8 below. Leopard seal. The movie has a sequence where the dogs are attacked by a leopard seal
Ew!
while feasting on a whale carcass. For this scene, Frank Marshall commissioned Stan Winston's studio to make a fully articulated leopard seal puppet because he could not work with a real seal due to the animals.
Ew, it comes
Imagine
out of a
having
whale
a real
carcass?
seal in a scene full of huskies. Shane Mahan led
fake
the construction of a hydraulically powered animatronic leopard
killer
seal
whale,
that was
fuck off.
absolutely convincing to both the human and canine production members. It was so convincing that when the huskies, who are usually highly nervous and jumpy dogs, saw this massive seal with the teeth resembling those of a dinosaur, they began barking and jumping. The animatronic seemed so real to them, and it threw them off the loop. While this particular animatronic would be a perfect candidate to be considered a submechanophobic nightmare, we are sad to say that all the underwater seal scenes were computer generated because these behaviors were impossible to replicate with a practical puppet. Still, the animatronic is impressive, and it is somewhat spooky to see it attacking the dogs.
The Grey Wolves are a plane crash who must wage war against multiple packs of Canadian grey wolves, stalking them during the mercilessly cold weather. There were some real wolves used for the filming of this movie, but of course not all scenes could be done using live animals because it would put the actors' lives in danger and protect the wolves themselves. So the KNB effects team was asked to create some wolves and other animals to use in the film. This company was founded back in 1988 by Robert Kurtzman, Howard Berger, and Greg Nicotero. If these names sound familiar, it is because they have worked on over 400 film and television projects, including The Chronicles of Narnia and The Walking Dead. This wolf that you see here is the alpha male black wolf created for the film. The animatronic was used for scenes where the wolf closely interacted with the actors, and in these scenes, the animal's eyes were replaced by CGI to make the wolf more realistic and menacing. And it even had a plastic tubing and syringe that was used to simulate the wolf's salivating mouth.
It looks very real.
The wolf measured over 3 feet high, and it was very impressive. Cobra. King Cobra. In the 1999 horror thriller movie King Cobra, a mutated snake escapes from a laboratory and terrorizes the residents of a small brewery town. This animatronic snake was brought to life by the legendary special effects team of the Chiodo brothers, who have a long history of creating animatronics for film and television, with credits including Critters and Killer Clowns from Outer Space. just to name a few. The animatronic Cobra was designed to be as realistic as possible, with attention to detail paid to its size, movement, and overall appearance. The Chiodo brothers used a combination of mechanical linkages, pneumatic and hydraulic systems, and computer-controlled motors to bring the animatronic to life on screen. The animatronic was first introduced in a lab, where Dr. Joseph Ruskin and his team are conducting several experiments on it. And then it is used in several scenes where it is seen attacking and killing various characters, creating intense and suspenseful moments, such as a scene where a group of hunters is being pursued by the snake in the woods, one of them trying to stop it from killing his friend, only for the friend's head to keep getting in the way as he tries to shoot. The animatronics are also used in the climax of the movie, where the townspeople chase the giant cobra to stop it.
He kicked the shit out of that snake, bro. That was so stupid.
Animatronics create a sense of danger and urgency as the townspeople try to take down
I'm
the
gonna
Cobra
kick you now.
before
Oh wait,
it
I don't have
destroys
feet.
everything. Overall, King Cobra's animatronics are a great example of the art and craft of animatronics. The Chiodo brothers and the entire special effects team brought to life a believable and realistic giant cobra that adds to the thrill of the movie.
Because I will say, fake CGI will never be as good as even bad animatronics. Like, practical effects will always be better than CGI. Automatically, it's 7,000 million times better movie, even though this looks fake as shit.
Arachnophobia.
I'm not
Big
scared
Bob.
of spiders.
The fear of
Am I the only
spiders
one
is
not
one
scared
of
of
the most
spiders?
common
Put down below if
phobias
you're
in
scared
the
of
world.
spiders, because
So
I'm
it
not.
makes sense that when the
Never
film
have been.
Arachnophobia that Chris Wallace's shop was the perfect place that could build it. Having worked with him previously in Gremlins, he asked Chris Wallace's team to create the animatronic counterpart of Big
Gremlins.
Bob. And this animatronic was created by none other than Janie Heineman, who is now best known as one of the hosts of Mythbusters. The animatronic
Love
had an
Mythbusters.
8-inch leg span and featured a built-in motor that allowed it to move terrifyingly. This animatronic was mainly used during the final scene where
The
the
snake
main
being on
character
fire.
faces Bob.
Or spider.
Cujo, Saint Bernard.
Cujo
Challenges
was an
creating
animatronic?
a terrifying and believable portrayal of the titular character, a large, rabid Saint Bernard. But how do you make a giant, fluffy Saint Bernard look absolutely terrifying? Well, the team behind the film rose to the challenge with a combination of animatronics, makeup, and live Saint Bernards. The special effects team used a variety of animatronics to create the different movements and expressions of the Saint Bernard. They used motors and gears to control the movement of the dog's eyes, mouth, and ears. Additionally, the team used live Saint Bernards as references for the movement and behavior of the animatronic Cujo, which helped to make the creature's movements feel believable and weighty. Razorback, Wild Boar. Razorback is a must-watch for any fan of animal animatronics and horror films.
Is that you?
The Razorback itself is a masterclass in special effects, and it's a shame that the film isn't more well-known. And the real star of the show is that giant, man-eating wild boar terrorizing the Australian outback. I mean, who wouldn't be scared of this big pig with razor-sharp tusks?
See, this is why I'm never going to Australia. They got giant, man-eating boars. They have giant spiders. I'm not even scared of them. But no. You're going to tell me that Australia has giant man-eating boars? Get out of here.
The animatronics Komodo Dragon. Komodo. Here's another animatronic from a forgotten monster movie in the 1990s that many thought had some of the best animatronic effects for a reptile
I have not
in any
seen
movie.
any of these
The animatronic
films.
Komodo Dragons were created by John Cox's Creature Workshop and were used whenever CGI wasn't essential. The team designed and built 7 animatronics in total, 3 complete versions that measure 14 feet long and 4 half-body versions, all used throughout the movie to bring the creatures to life on the screen.
You
The
can't even
dragon's
see them.
scales
They're
and
completely
skin.
shrouded
the
in
animatronics
darkness.
Alligator, Ramon. When it comes to
Ramon?
bringing terrifying creatures to life
an
on the
alligator
big
named
screen,
Ramon?
animatronics have long been a go-to method for filmmakers, as we've seen many times before. And in the 1980 movie Alligator, audiences were treated to some of the most impressive animatronic effects of its time. The animatronic alligator, nicknamed
That looks
Ramon
fake
on
as
the
hell.
set, was impressively massive, and was controlled by a team of puppeteers manipulating wires, rods, and levers connected to the
Looks
various
so
motors
fake.
and gears inside. The alligator measured over 20 feet long and weighed over 1,200 pounds. The creation of the animatronic alligator was a complex and challenging process. The team had to build the alligator in sections, starting
think
with
that's
the head
physically
and then
possible.
moving on. To achieve this, the team
That's
used
not
a combination
possible,
of mechanical
dude.
and hydraulic systems
There's
to
no
control the
way that
alligator's
friggin'
movements, and
animal
filmed
could
live alligators as
push up
reference
through the
for the
concrete like
animatronic's
that.
movements. As you can see once again, we can say that this animatronic was was an incredible feat of engineering and special effects, and it remains an iconic part of the film to this day. For people with submechanophobia, the animatronic alligator is definitely a scary sight to see.
Don't put it in the water, please.
But for others, it is a masterpiece of movie magic. Deep Blue Sea.
Oh god, I am not ready to watch this part. I've been dreading this part. I was hoping it wasn't actually in the movie. I love how in the previous clip, it's like, for people with submechanophobia, well, bitch, that's me. That is me. Could you not show it in the water, please? Fuck. I don't want to watch this. Dude, Deep Blue Sea is one of my favorite movies. How have I never realized that those are animatronics? That is so scary. Okay, let's do it. Okay, this is fine. Jesus.
Shark. Deep Blue Sea, the 1999 thriller movie, was known for its realistic and terrifying shark attack scenes. One of the key elements that made these scenes so convincing was the use of animatronics.
Well, it's animatronics.
That's disgusting.
The filmmakers chose to rely on animatronics rather than CGI to bring the sharks to life because they wanted to respect Steven Spielberg's method. Unlike in Jaws, where the animatronics had many issues, they designed their animatronics to be able to swim, chase, do close-ups, and attack without the water causing problems. This approach allowed them to capture real sharks' realistic movements and essence, making the scenes more terrifying. The animatronics used in this movie were remote-controlled and could move their tail.
Dude, just imagine being in that water with that freaking giant animatronic shark. I would perish. I would not be able to get in that water. You could not pay me enough to get in that water. That is horrifying.
Gills, eyes, and jaws, just like real sharks. But the real challenge was to make these animatronics look as realistic and convincing as possible. So the team spent 8 months building them, and
I hate that. For the record, I hate that. To show the mechanics inside of it. It's giving very James and the Giant Peach when the giant mechanical shark pops up and it has like the teeth going in circles. I hate it.
Animatronics, coupled with the fact that they are seen underwater, would trigger a huge fear response. The fact that the animatronics were used to depict dangerous sharks only adds to the fear factor. The animatronics...
I always laugh at that part when the shark bites his hand off. It's like, come on, you should have known better. You shouldn't have been that close.
Used in Deep Blue Sea set a new standard for the use of animatronics in movies and are still considered some of the most realistic and convincing ever created. So next time you watch Deep Blue Sea, pay attention to the animatronics and how they help to create some of the most terrifying shark attack scenes in cinema history. There are so many more scary and equally impressive animatronics that we did not cover in this video, like the Lake Placid crocodile or anaconda. But don't worry, we'll leave a playlist right here for all these animatronics so you can check them out.
Dude, I reacted to the Lake Placid animatronic. It's in the playlist down below. How did you like that? That was a fun one, wasn't it? Great. I was fine until they got around to the underwater ones in those last two. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching so much, everybody. Check out my novel if you want to, if you're into that kind of thing. And the link is down below in the description, and like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I post a lot of reaction videos and submechanophobia stuff. Haven't posted a lot in a long time, but I'm getting back into it because I moved and I am in my own little apartment, so I can do whatever I want whenever the fuck I want to do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love you. Toodles.